French philosopher and historian of ideas, Michel Faucoult said, "Where there is power, there is resistance," meaning power has always had its own difficulties, problems and complications which are unique to itself and its application. Because when power is applied, or the application of power can obviously lead to the production of resistance in society. So if there is resistance in a region of the world or in a particular society, then there is almost the case that some brutal or unrelenting form or force of power is being applied upon them, as a result of which they have to resist it and revolt against it in one way or another, even if it costs them their precious lives. And that means the application of power always meets with resistance or revolt in one way or another. Now it could be an anarchy or civil disobedience, political unrest, arson, internal betrayals, and so on and so forth. But the application of power does not always go unanswered or unchecked, because when the people of a society realize that they are being subjected to corruption, criminality, inequality and injustice by their own government and politicians, then they will almost always revolt and rebel against the power itself and the different constructs of power, the organizations and institutions that uphold and exert enormous influence and power over everyone in society. So that's what happens when too much of brute force or great power is applied upon a people of a society. People resist. They do anything, even if it lands them in jail, or even if it leads to harsh punishments. They still resist, because resistance is the only possible and acceptable and absolute answer to the ruthless and relentless use and application of power upon people, either by the government or corporates or the whole bureaucratic legal system which is joined at the hip. So where there is power, there is also the probability of resistance, revolt or rebellion, which may arise sooner than later, but power and its subsequent application or use will lead to resistance.